Hi, hello everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Um, it's just to let everyone know that today's session is being recorded and will be shared with all registrants later this week. So if you would like to share the recording with a colleague who is unable to attend, or if you would like to revisit any of the content covered in today's session, you can. A copy of the slides and the Q&A, which will be at the end, will also be sent to registrants next week. The audio for this session is available through your computer speakers or by dialing in by phone. If you experience poor sound quality at any time through your computer speakers, you may wish to try dialing into the session by phone instead. This can be done by accessing your device settings at the top of your screen within the Teams session. You can click the three dots for more settings, then select device settings, and a device settings area will open on your right-hand side. Now, there wasn't meant to be a Q&A, but there is one now. Oh, how do you want to proceed with that, Imogen?
If you have questions at any time, just pop them in the chat, which will be available throughout, and we'll pick up the chat as we go.
Okay,
all will be well.
cool. And today, as you've already heard and seen, Imogen Wiley, our Senior Product Manager, and Stephen will be hosting our annual Christmas quiz shortly after Imogen's DCS update, which I believe I shall hand over to now.
Thank you,
Happy with
Monica.
that, Imogen?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Monica. I guess, sorry, I should have said the agenda, but I'll just whip through that very quickly. So today, I'll talk through the DCS update, so what's happened, and a little bit, as promised, on what's progress so far with our new platform. And then we'll have our now annual Christmas quiz, which Stephen's going to run. And we do have a Q&A at the end, but to be honest, feel free to ask along the way. And of course, the Christmas quiz is basically nothing but Q&A. So let's kick off with DCS updates. So first of all, recent activity. The Born Digital Load, this is not news. It was nearly released last time we spoke, but now it's up there. So there's 12,500 new titles. This time we put in a new process for calculating the page offsets. So you should hopefully notice that there's more accurate pagination. But of course, it's still not perfect. So do check before you release the link to students. These are the titles that were loaded, and three of our publishers are new this time. So Edward Elgar, Elsevier, and BSI. So this is the same as I mentioned last month. It's just now live. We had a bit of we noticed some issues with our EHAS pricing in a few of the requests that we had. Basically, our team had entered prices incorrectly. It might be things like the team were new and hadn't necessarily entered the service cost or had put the copyright in the wrong box, just minor things like that. And unfortunately, if they spot that after you've accepted the order, they were unable to update the price. So it would be different in the DCS and the invoice. I'm happy to say that we made a change at the back end, which means that they're now able to correct that. And so we've been through and made sure that everything is correct and up to date. And so everything should match up when you get the invoice from the British Library. That really is it for what's happened so far. A couple of other back-end bugs, but I don't think they're worth running through. What you probably would like to know is how's the new platform going? So a quick update on that. So far, so I think last time we spoke, the first development was just about to start. So far, they have built the very first elements of the CLA admin portal. So that's our side behind the scenes. We're able to log in. We can add a new user. They've designed, so we've got designed institution pages for us. So that's when we're setting you up as an institution. We know what that's going to look like, and they're busy working on that now. And they're planning, so just beginning to do the designs for the very first pages for the DCS itself, so for your side of the platform. I thought we might have a quick look at that. This is the main, I mean, obviously the highlight, I don't know if I can get this to speak to me. Yeah, look. So obviously we've highlighted completed requests, but actually it's users. So clearly it's a kind of model and not really up to as it should be. But nonetheless, this is roughly the look and feel. So you will see that it's very, very similar to the existing one. Things are roughly in the same place. It looks just same, but a little bit cleaner. So hopefully this reassures you that it will be easy to use and things should look fairly familiar. I do have a question for you though, or a couple of questions on the menu. So this is the menu now, as it is currently, and this is the sort of first pass at our proposed menu going forward. One thing is that we won't have quite as much space for headings in particular. And so we're going to have to trim them down a little bit. Question, does it make more sense to call the first menu content store? Is DCS better, something else? On the second one, if we just shorten it to admin, is that enough these days? I will flick over to so I can see the chat if you wouldn't mind popping some answers in the chat. Oh gosh, I know that's all right, that's Sissany. So are those headings clear? Any thoughts, any comments? DCS or content store? What do you think makes more sense for DCS? DCS and admin, yeah. Okay, fine. I think used, yeah, okay. So most people talk about DCS, lovely. Alrighty, thank you. If I flick back here, one more question then. You'll see that the reporting is in a different place here. We are going to have different user roles, and some of the reports will be admin only. Do you think reporting should be in the top menu or the second? There'll be a mixture of things that everyone can use and ones that are for yes, should reporting be in menu 1 or menu 2, bearing in mind that some of the reports are going to be admin only and some of them will be things that everybody can use. Admin. Okay, fine. As long as everyone can access it, then leave it in admin. Yeah, the idea would be that everyone could see the menu, but you just would have either less in it or it would be grayed out if you don't have access to it. Okay, fabulous. Thank you very much for that. That's extremely helpful. So that's a quick look at what's happening so far. Hopefully next time I'll have a little bit more to share and potentially we'll be able to go onto the test site and kind of show you in real time what's happening. But we'll see how things go. There is one other thing I wanted to say, which is just a reminder that our Q&A is in progress. So thank you very much to those of you who've sent me questions so far. I've come back to you individually, but I haven't yet compiled them into an FAQs. We actually don't have that many so far. So just a reminder really that if anybody would like to ask a question or just make a comment about the new platform, then this is the place for it. I would be very grateful, Monica, Stephen, if one of you could put the link in the chat. And yeah, I will in the new year start compiling them into an FAQ that we'll put on the knowledge base. And yeah, feel free to ping me any questions that you have. Good. I'm just going to have a quick look at the chat, make sure there's nothing here. What is the split and reporting role? I think we're going to define it in tedious granular detail down the line, but I'll have to check. I don't want to tell you in case I get it wrong, Winnet, but it will be done in consultation with HEIs for sure. Okay. Are there any questions for now before I hand over to Stephen? Thank you very much, Monica. Okay, well, there'll be another chance if anything percolates over the next little while. In the meantime, any chances of getting SCM on board? You might have to expand on that for me. I'm hoping that Wynette is typing a little expansion of that question because got you. I will take that away and ask our publisher liaison person to try and contact them. Yeah. Thank you, Wynette. SCM New BD Publisher. Okay, great. Thank you very, very much. If anything else comes, we'll pick up the questions later. But in the meantime, I'm going to hand over to Stephen for our Christmas quiz. So enough serious stuff, over to the frivolity. Stephen.
Thank you, Imogen. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the annual Christmas quiz. So Imogen asked me to put together a bunch of questions, which I have duly done. So there will be 4 rounds of questions. We have an easy round, a medium round, a hard round, and the final round is a true or false round. Now, easy, medium, and hard are, of course, relative terms, but we're hoping that you enjoy them all the same. So let's just, yeah, there we go. So our first round, easy round, each question will have, thanks, Imogen. Each question is worth 1 point per correct answer, and it will scale up from there. So the medium will be 2 points, the hard round will be 3 points. So if you're all ready, I'll dive right in.
And the bonus is the maths for calculating correctly at the end.
Yes, there is that as well. So yeah, if everyone's ready, I'll dive straight in with our first question. Which UK city holds the record for producing the most music artists who have achieved a #1 record in the world?
I'm going fast, Stephen.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe give about a minute for each question, I think. Well,
really?
30 seconds, I think that's probably right. A bit of time to just...
I would say 10 seconds, surely.
10 seconds, really? That seems quite fast. 15
no,
I'm
harsh. I'm harsh.
Well, ultimately, you've got control of the PowerPoint, so whatever I say, you can do what you want anyway. So yes, the next question is, name all 4 of the big cat species, and you do need all 4 of them to get the point for the question. Oh God, am I muted? Can you hear me, Imogen?
Yeah, I can hear you absolutely fine. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on there. I'm yeah, maybe it's just the room I'm in.
Moving on, question 3.
Yeah, La Paz is the capital of which country? Bolivia, Venezuela, or Paraguay?
This is question 4.
Question 4. In Egyptian mythology, the god Sobek is depicted with the head of what animal? The final question from the easy round. A screwdriver cocktail is made using which 2 ingredients? If, like me, you're a Fawlty Towers fan, you'll probably know this. Or you just like to drink.
So are we going straight into round 2 or doing answers for round 1? I can't remember what you decided, Stephen.
Let me check. I believe it's answers for round 1, isn't it?
Oh, no, it looks like we're going straight to the medium.
Okay, straight into round 2.
On the slides, so there we go. All right.
Okay, so now
Round
we're into the
2
medium
getting
round,
harder.
where 2 points per correct answer. So Americans refer to it as arugula, but in the UK, what do we call it? Next question, what is the opposite of a synonym? And our third question is, assuming that Prince William eventually succeeds his father, what number William will he be? Not sure why that picture was used. I think it was the only picture that came up when I searched King in the stock folder, but anyway, never mind. Which actress appears in the music video for Ed Sheeran's song Galway Girl? Our final question is, the Great North Road of Britain is better known by what name? I've no idea if that road in the photo is in Britain.
So I haven't been there. Looks great though.
Mm. Now we come to the hard round, where every question is worth a whopping 3 points. Which country produces the majority of the world's garlic? Second question, the word celadon generally refers to which colour? Third question, Nibs, Tootles, Sam, Eric, Slightly and Curly are all members of which fictional gang? Question 4, Jasper and Jinx were the original names of which famous TV duo? And final question, what is the actual given first name of former Prime Minister Liz Truss? Because Elizabeth is not her first name. I'm fairly certain it's none of the ones in that photo. Yeah, it's not. Right, and now we come to the final round, the true-false round, which is just 1 point per correct answer. Question 1, pumpkins are fruit, true or false? Second question, there are muscles in your fingers, true or false? Third question, 60% of the human brain is composed of fat. And when I tested this question on one of my team members, she said, oh, I'm sure for me it's 95. Just to forestall the inevitable joke. Question 4, you can break a rib by sneezing too hard, true or false? And the very final question, according to expert analysis, around 20% of all the most famous works of art displayed in public galleries are fakes. Should we give a few moments of deliberation for some of the questions?
Could do, although they're not on the screen any longer, so it might be tricky.
Yep, fair point. Okay, is everyone good to jump into the answers? Should we do that? Let's do that.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, I jumped.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, so let's start with the easy round. So, which UK city holds the record for producing the most music artists who've achieved a #1 record? Imogen?
Ah, right, I see. Got you.
That'll be Liverpool. 4 big cat species are the lion, tiger, the leopard, and the jaguar.
I think I said panther instead of jaguar on that one.
Yeah, people always say cheetah, I think, as well. That's quite a common
Oh no,
one.
maybe that was what I said. Yeah.
And La Paz is the capital of Bolivia. And the god Sobek is usually depicted with the head of a crocodile. And screwdriver cocktail, as Basil Fawlty found out to his cost, is vodka and orange juice.
How did you do on that round? 5 out of 5?
I mean, there's, worse corners of knowledge to have.
Indeed. On to the medium?
So Americans call it arugula, but we in the UK know it as rocket. The opposite of a synonym is an antonym.
Everybody should have got that one as librarians, I hope.
Yeah, you'd hope so. Assuming that Prince William eventually succeeds his father, he will reign as William the Fifth.
You had to wait for that one, or do you just know?
No, I was 99% sure, but I was like, is it the fifth? Yes, it is. And the actress who appears in Galway Girl is Saoirse Ronan, and spelling is not a mandatory thing here because I know Irish names are difficult.
Right.
And the Great North Road is better known as the A1. Which
that is definitely not a picture of.
Yeah.
Oh, how did people do on that? Should be 10 out of 10. Yeah. At least tell me that you got the antonym, because that's the only one that really matters. 6, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Cool. Hard round.
So the country that produces the majority of the words garlic is China.
Which was my first guess, and then I changed it because I thought it was too obvious, but there we go.
The word celadon generally refers to the colour green.
It's a lovely shade.
Yeah. And Nibs, Tootles, Sam, Eric, Slightly and Curly are members of the Lost Boys from Peter Pan. Sam and Eric are the twins, although interestingly, my favourite film is Hook. Just got a bit of trivia here. And in Hook, the twins are called Sooner and Later, which I think is very cute. But, you know, I suppose Sam and Eric is more Victorian. Jasper and Jinx are the original names of Tom and Jerry.
I knew that one, not the Lost Boys.
And Liz Truss is actually, she was actually born Mary Truss. Elizabeth is her middle name.
So that was 3. So that's out of 15. I don't think I did too well on that one, but how did you do, folks? Oh, Stephen, who were the original Tom and Jerry? Oh.
If I'm not mistaken, weren't Tom and Jerry named for the Allies and the Nazis? Toms and Jerrys. Might be completely off on that one, but
I don't know.
Because the Germans were called the Jerrys.
We need the answer now.
I don't know if the Allies were called the Toms.
Oh, there was an earlier pair.
Then I do not know.
In the 20s, wasn't it? Go on, put us out our misery, Bethan. Oh, she's going to keep us in suspense. Boxes in Piers Egan's Life in London. Goodness.
Not a clue, but I'll have a look at that.
Yeah, we'll follow the link in a bit. For now, though, let us go to the final round. True or false? 4 points per answer. Was it 4? I've forgotten.
1 point per answer.
1 point. Oh, right, my mistake. Go on then.
Pumpkins are fruit. True or false? That is true. Are there muscles in your fingers? No, there are not. 60% of the human brain is composed of fat. For most people, that is true. I'm sure, as Claire would say, it's 95. It's possible to break a rib by sneezing too hard. That is also true. I've certainly come close on a few occasions. Yeah. And 20% of all famous artworks in galleries are fakes. That one is also true.
I hadn't registered that so many of your true or false were true last time. Interesting. There we go. So how do people do on that?
Yeah, looks like he scores on the doors.
4 through 4 is pretty good. Oh. Zoe 3, that's...
Anyone beat 4?
Good. Well, 5 would be quite... I suppose if you just go true for everything, you get 4. Very good, very good. Right, so the prize was Pride.
5 out of 5 on the true or false. Very good. I think if 2 people got 5 on the true or false. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think my chat's keeping up then.
Julia and Bethan have both said 5.
5 in total.
No,
5 out of 5
in total refers to 16.
Ah, yeah. Well, obviously. So yeah, I think we need to look at the total. So 16 is the best so far.
Tot everything up. So if you can beat 16, let us know. I mean, I think 17 is great, but missing Janssen really takes the shine off that.
Oh, that I'm sorry, but as a Cambridge Scotty, really want to know about.
Okay, any advance on 17?
Oh,
25 points in total.
Goodness,
oh, wow.
It's like the rowing race all over again. It's the bumps, but as a quiz. 25 to beat then. Bethan gets the prize. Which is, of course, just to be extremely proud of yourself. So well done. Okay. I need to flick back here. Did we have anything else? No, that's it. Q&A. So if anybody else has questions for Stephen, quiz questions for Stephen, or questions around DCS and CLA, obviously, we have a little moment we could answer them. Otherwise, may we wish you a very Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for all your engagement over the past year. It's always a pleasure doing these webinars and listening to you and letting you know what's going on over here. So thank you very, very much. Have a lovely Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year. Bye, everyone.
See you.
Have a great Christmas, everyone. Bye.
Bye.